Good evening and welcome everyone to the HR Career Talks virtual roundtable. I am GS Kumar, your host for the today's session of roundtable with all the senior HR professionals out there. Whether you are a senior or fresher or just getting into a HR career, this session will give a lot of insights with real-time experience with multiple HR people out there. They will be giving a lot of honest insights about the real-time HR. But in terms of a lot of other blogs or video channels, if you look at it, there are a lot of detailing key insights which may not be matching to the real-time insights. But here in this session, it's going to be real-time practical insights where it will be done by people who are already in this field, who have hands-on experience in this field. So happy to welcome all the expert panel members, where we'll start from Mr. Inwin E. Joel, Senior Manager, People Development, Anubhavam Technologies Private Limited, Chennai. Sheetal Mahajan, HR Manager, Softcon Systems Private Limited. Mr. David Neto, Senior Talent Acquisition Partner, Business Partner in ADP India, Chennai. Mr. Tanmay, VP HR at Dairy Day, Bangalore. We are also having Mr. Abhishek Nagpal, Senior Director, People New Globe Education. And we also have Mr. Abhijit Jagtap, Founder, Wisdom Seed. And later in this session, we'll be joining with one Mr. VVS Ramarao, who is the Vice President, Global HR and Admin, Biotech Vision Care. So thanks for joining all this Sunday evening and sharing your beautiful insights today. So I'll just start with one question, like why is HR is so unique where you have joined this particular career? Even you had multiple options in the earlier days, but why HR is unique and why you started your HR career? Maybe will start from there, and rest of all the session will try to dive deep into various HR insights. So that is my one opening area where I wanted to discuss that why that element, what kicked off the HR career from your side, maybe starting from Inwin and moving on to the rest of the people. Yeah.
Thanks, GS, for this opportunity, and let's hope all the panel members make a lot of noise. Not only noise which is not heard, but for the HR fraternity to grow and transform them. So there are two questions you are asked. So one is about why I am in HR, and another is about what's unique in HR. So let me put my career pivot. I'm an engineer than a HR profession. So it's not by choice, but by chance. So that's the start of. So, but why I'm a HR, I'll say is, I believe in the power of people and how they drive extraordinary change. And then HR allows me to champion talent, then your foster innovation and builds culture that empowers every individual. So they once individuals are transformed, we are looking at realization of their full potential. So it gives me a kick saying I'm impacting somebody else's life. And then it's about how do we create an organization from inside. So the environment where people don't work but they transform, they thrive, and they do something which is meaningful for their teams and for the broader mission. So it's about unlocking potential, driving transformation, and shaping the future of work. And what's unique in HR is people only say HR is for hire and fire, but we do a lot more than that. So that's the misconception a lot of people have. So HR is unique because it's the catalyst for organization evolution, and it goes beyond managing the process. It's about people, process, and progress. So it's a strategy where human connections are there, where we inspire leadership, where we transform, where we are looking at agility and resilience. We are also looking at adapting to change. How do we change? And then build the foundation for future success. I think HR is the heart and soul of the organization, guiding both people, then performance towards extraordinary achievements. So we actually make and break an organization.
Beautifully put it up. Right. Sheetal, from your side, why HR is unique and why you are there in this role?
Uh, Firstly, good evening, all, and thank you so much for the session, uh, especially for GS Kumar. So, for HR and for me, it's by choice. This is profession I have chosen because I am person from project management background. So, and for being uniqueness in HR, that in HR is the bridge between employees and management, and which who can drives the business, who can drives the employee life cycle. That's why, and for me, emotional intelligence is the very big part for as a HR because it's a both sides. So that's why HR is really unique and very uncommon profession. That's from my side. Yeah.
Proud to be a HR?
Yes.
Okay, David.
Hey, hi everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much, Kumar, for setting up this call. Okay, to me, HR, I call it as a passionate role and also a powerful role. Irrelevant to my education because I'm a BCom, MCom, MBA into finance and marketing. So HR was totally a chance and an opportunity to get into that and see the best of HR. As HR states, right, it's not only about recruitment, it's about giving the best experience in all the functions, actually, because HR and finance is a good balance in an organization. And I feel it's a very good role to pursue. And you should have the zeal and passion towards it. It's not an easy job because people just think it's like taking interviews and just coming, signing off papers, and just wrapping up the day. But HR is a person like how the recent war is going on, right? They take everything from end to end, actually, but yet they give you a good solution. And hats off to social media, which promotes HR in an elevated way, thinking that HR is not subjected to one role, but a diverse of roles in different industries. So thanks to the HR fraternity. And it's a good evening with all the HR leaders who take time and deliver this session so that it could reach many people. So that's how HR is shaped in the upcoming years. And I'm sure with the help of AI, right, it'll elevate more actually, and it will bridge new avenues.
Do you think HR has everyday learning, unlike most of the other domains?
Obviously, like every message or every minute is always learning because HR was previously like an admin manager, a people officer, but now we are all like talent acquisition, HR business partner, people and culture partner. So variety of roles, variety of learnings, and it's always good, right? There's something new always comes up in HR. Though the term AI is always the buzzword, but humans and the emotional intelligence will always play a vital role.
There is no replacement for HR, I think, because of
Obviously,
AI.
because
Let's hope for the best.
we're all humans and we all have emotions, right?
Right. Yeah, we'll move on to Tanmay. What is so unique and why? I think you are right now at a very senior level. So why is it so unique and how this role justifies in your career?
See, basically, I started with a line function in my career, actually. So I've been into the sales side of it. I did my engineering, I did my MBA. I started in the sales stint. I've been to Hindustan Unilever, walked into GT, MT, Shakti Amma, all the types of sales stints which is possible to be done. And as a part of talent management initiative, as a part of high potential program, long back in 2009-10, I underwent this intervention. I was a little bit skeptical at the initial stage whether I should really go for it or not, because this is not something which was very usual in 2009-10 days. But yeah, I was confident about the mentors and some of the seniors who told me that because you are being to the right side of the people management in terms of so a lot of other functions which used to be a people management function in earlier, even the deliver earlier days also. So obviously, as a part of the intervention, I went through the 18 months grueling things, lot of things in terms of on the job as well as Saturday, Friday, Saturday sessions at a specific, you can say from a conceptual point of view. It was not like a typical theoretical things. And yeah, after specific evaluation, I went through transition from a line function to HR as a this thing. So obviously went through varieties of roles. And over a period of time, so last 14, 15 years, absolutely in the HR domain, majorly on the business HR side, because this is something which was been imbibed or from long back on my roots that if HR is not really working like a business partner. So nowadays, HRBP is a very separate term which is already there. It's becoming very flashy, but it used to be the invariant part of it when we actually transition from a line function to the HR as an enabler. So yeah, obviously multiple incidents. I worked across different kind of set of organizations, and I can say with full conviction that yes, if we are really able to deliver based on the evolution of the company, I don't think so there is any challenge. This is one of the most promising role, and definitely time has just started according to me. There were people who used to say in 2016 17 that by 2020 HR will be dead and HR will not be having any role. It's more about the transition of the role. It's more empowered. I think it's becoming more empowered day by day, and definitely it's going to create a more impact in times to come. So that is from my side. Thank you.
I mean, very beautifully put up. I like the word enabler, because the enabler is always on the hidden side of it, where a lot of people look at the front side of it on what is at the execution side, but at the back end, who is enabling all those things, it is completely blind. I mean, nicely put up those things. And you've also mentioned the word like promising career. Like always, it has been a promising career where people management doesn't stop at any point of the career, at any stage in any industry. So I think this gives a lot of hope for the dive deeping of multiple topics, wherein we will be seeing the emerging roles and other stuff. So hopefully I'll be getting a lot of insights from these discussions today. So moving on to Abhishek.
Hi. Am I audible, Jess?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. So, thanks for inviting me on this esteemed panel, and pleasure to be here. It's a great opportunity. My journey of HR has been a journey of choice. I have like it when I have been an engineer, and like few others as mentioned, ran a business of my own, and then realized the value of HR, uh, and how people can make organizations, and then decided to move on to on the HR side to make or break organizations, as someone said earlier. So I believe that, and I've been fortunate and privileged to be at managing the entire HR function for different organizations in my career stage. And I believe that there is a major role that HR has to play on how uh, an organization functions, because today, be it any organization, whether it's and any kind of industry, there is a huge dependency on how the people of the organization performs, that creates the winning mark for the organization. And it's the IP, the intellectual capital of the human, that makes winning success for an organization or formula. So on that note, how you manage that as a function, how you make these employees coexist and create magic that makes an organization. So essentially, managing that component of the organization is the most difficult challenge also, because as in tech, everything is binary, is between 0 and 1, and in human, everything is between 0 and 1, all the infinite possibilities. So that's the most interesting part of the role. Also makes it the most challenging and I would say um, less understood function also, because of the complexities of the nature of the work, because human beings are very difficult as individuals to deal with. So that makes the job fun as well as challenging for me. And I am proud to be in HR.
Very beautiful. I mean, you put it in a nice way that there is a lot of complexity, but still we love, and a lot of, there is no tangible execution has been shown or appraised or been spoken, but there are a lot of hidden aspects where we work with multiple people and, uh, I mean, motivation or hiring, firing, multiple other things are behind the screens, but it is not been shown. But the root cause will be the HR aspects where it will be shown in a different form altogether. So maybe we'll talk about that even in depth when your topic comes. Moving on to Abhijit, he has a very unique profile, and right now he's doing a lot of podcasts as well, and he might be having a lot of sharing from other people along with his personal experience. Yes, over to you, Abhijit.
Thank you, Kumar, first of all, for inviting me for such a enriching experience with like-minded, people. And there would be a lot of insights and idea sharing that I would be exposed to, and definitely I would be absorbing a lot. If you talk about my intention of getting into HR, it was very nascent when it was in 2006-7. As Tanmay said, that nobody knew that what HR was, and then it was called as personnel department, not even HR. And I think my initial, intervention, or why my initial inclination, I would say, it was just because the ease of how HR operates at that point of time. Okay, it was like 9 to 6 job, holidays are there. You don't have targets, mad targets like marketing and sales. Okay, so that was the first part. But when I came into this department, and I was like awestruck by the kind of importance and the kind of involvement you be as a centerpiece as a person. That was the main thing, and that I felt that we are at the crossroad of people, performance, and purpose. That is what is the main thing. So the three P's that are there, and it is like and the beauty of it is that it is across every industry, it is across every scale, every context that we talk about. Unlike finance and operation, HR have to adapt, we have to adopt not to only business goals, but we have to really look into that, how human behaviors are, how emotions are, and how the evolution take place. It is more about shaping the culture. And when I felt like it is more about building trust than managing conflicts and influencing leadership, because as Sheetal said that there is a kind of a bridge. I think David also talked about that we are like a kind of a bridge between those between employees and the employer, and we know that how bridge have to suffer a lot in terms of what has to let in and what has to let out. And I felt that we are playing a very dynamic role. We are not static. We are evolving as human beings, because human involvement and human motivation is something that keeps on changing every 10 years. Every 10 years we have a different value set. Every 10 years we have a different generation who is coming in. I know how difficult it is for HR right now to tackle Generation Z and Generation Alpha. So that is something that we have to be on the edge every time. We have to keep evolving. We have to keep learning a lot. And it is not only about navigating compliances or tech disruption or generation shift. It is more about how we see the world, through a human eye, and then adapting those particular part to our operations and the policies. So in a unique prospect that was there within my podcast, that was really pushed under the rug when I was looking at, and it was the women's who are working, women leadership who are working after in their 50s, and most of the women's are not, or even our HR policies are not equipped to handle the menopause in them. So that was a unique perspective for me, because I was like, oh my God. So are we not even like, now the we have so diverse workforce right now, but are we really looking for those kind of elements? Are we trying to engulf those kind of elements into the policy of an HR? So I felt like HR, it's not a human resource department. It's more about human relationship department now. It is more about how we are developing the experience that is there. So I think as started with a very nascent and a very naive kind of an approach towards HR department, but now I can see that we are at the crossroad of all this, dynamic elements that are there, which are evolving constantly. And I think if we can't adapt to that, HR would definitely get evaporated. As Tanmay said, that HR 2020 won't be there, but if you don't adapt, we are going to evaporate. So that is something that I really think, and I think that keeps HR department far more alive, far more apt in terms of being more, up to date to the point. So that is my view on take on that.
Wow, what a journey. Like starting from fancy career, imagination, then reality shock, and then you started
Yeah,
enjoying and it became a passion. And right now you involve in as an influencer with motivating a lot of people. I
right.
hope I'll be getting a lot of insights from this session while talking to you.